Alright, so we're going to take this thing out on the road. Now this has this sort of latch system that, hugs you just to know you're in the car, kind of like the BMWs did. Now we've got a column mounted shifter right here. We're just going to take this thing out for a short spin. So this car is a 2-liter turbo 4-cylinder engine with 188 horsepower and 221 foot-pounds of torque, which seems like entry-level numbers, which this is an entry-level car, but this car will still go 0 to 60 in something like 6.5 seconds, which is so impressive. I am here at Sun Motors Mercedes in Mechanicsburg. This is like German Car Central. Obviously, I'm in my wheelhouse. So we're just going to take this thing for a quick spin on my GemmyD loop. And there is just people everywhere. This is Easter weekend and people are out buying cars. So I have limited time with this Mercedes, but I wanted to thank them for letting me take a look. So here we go. Now, I keep saying that this is an entry-level Mercedes, but this car is just at $40,000, and the materials in this interior are first class. There is no plastic anywhere. I mean, everything is a nice leather or an aluminum trim. It's just so impressive, the quality. This car just screams quality. I would think that it might take a little bit to get used to this MBUX system because there's a lot to digest, but I just think I love that because I love fiddling with cars and options. I mean, there's easily 8 different options for all 3 of the screens on the dash. Now, I just stopped at a stoplight here, and now my main screen is a camera facing forward. I see a Maserati go right there. That is pretty cool. If you sat somebody in this car and they knew nothing about cars, they would think that this car cost $60,000. This interior is just that nice. Now, just driving like everyday normal driving, it feels very composed. I mean, it feels solid. It feels solidly built, like it has the quality that Mercedes has, which this car definitely has. I mean, I just can't get over these screens and how crisp and clear the display. Now, the handling feels nice. Now, this car is not going to be a world beater. No AMG Light or even AMG 35 or 53, but it just feels it feels nicer than it should, I guess we should say. And it's kind of, I say nicer than it should because the outside styling of this car is sort of, it's nice, it's okay, but the inside is just next level. Alright, we're just going through a little bit of twisty roads here just to see how she feels. Now this car is kind of like the last 2 cars that I reviewed, the BMW 3 Series and the Kia Stinger. All cars are 2-liter turbo 4, turbocharged. And I'm not going to say this feels as fast as the others, but it feels as composed and, solid and well built just as the other 2. This car has 188 horsepower, those cars are like 255. So this feels like it's sort of punching above its weight. Alright, so here we go. That is fast. That is seriously fast. I am gaining on this Mercedes E53 that is in front of me. I mean, I would be shocked to know that this car had 188 horsepower. You'd think it would be way more. Wow. Alright, now I am holding the camera now just to get a little first-person view of these screens and just how this car accelerates. This is such a sweet little package for a car. This car is $40,000, mind you. So the amount of technology that is crammed into this little thing is so impressive. I mean, look at these screens. We're going on my favorite Valley View Road. Alright, here we go. Now here's how you change the screens here. I would really have to like sit down for like an hour just to get used to everything in this car. Just try a little bit of handling here. This is quite a little car. You can almost, I swear I can almost hear like the turbo kind of spooling up a little bit. That was a nice little whoosh noise. I mean, this car is such a sweet package for like the interior alone. I mean, say what you want about the outside styling, which is, I guess I'll say conservative, but it's still a good looking car with Mercedes, LEDs in the front and back. is just quite a sweet little package. All right, I'm gonna give her the beans just one more time real quick. All right, here we go. Okay. That is seriously quick. 188 horsepower, are you kidding me? This has got to be the fastest 188 horsepower car I've ever driven, which isn't saying much, but man, this thing performs. Steering feels nice and weighted, and this car is so quiet. I mean, you only really hear the engine if you're really getting on it, you know, sort of above 3,000 RPMs, which, hey, let's go back to our RPM screen. There it is. Mercedes, you got quite a little car on your hands here.
How can I help you?
Oh, Mercedes, hey. Mercedes. Hey, subscribe to GemmyD on Cars on YouTube, please.
Please repeat.
Subscribe to GemmyD on Cars on YouTube.
What do you want to do?
Now, we all know that I drive a Mazda 6 that is a couple years old. Now, if I was in the market for a small car, you know, a small sedan, this would absolutely be on my list. I mean, for the interior alone. The performance is acceptable. It's good enough for everyday driving, but just this technology with the MBUX infotainment is just absolutely, you know, it's a game changer. I love it. Mercedes was smart to reveal this. Oh, there it goes again. They were smart to reveal this MBUX system in this car because it's like a trickle up effect. I mean, the GLE has this now. I would think that the E-Class and the S-Class and everything will have this infotainment system in the next coming years, which they're very smart to unveil in this car. So that is another plus for this car.
What would you like?
All right, so this is going to wrap up my time with the 2019 Mercedes-Benz A220. Big thank you to Sun Motors, Mercedes, for letting me take a look at this car. I will put their website down below. If you're in the market for Mercedes, go check them out. Now, just to wrap this car up, this interior is a game changer. I mean, this is the nicest, I guarantee you this would be the nicest interior of any car that is $50,000 or less. I mean, the materials are first notch. Just the infotainment itself is like world class. So if I was in the market for a car, a small car like this, I would definitely consider this. I don't know why all these people are parking next to me, but anyway. So now we're going to give this car a Gem score, and we're going to wrap up this video. So if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and I will see you on the next one. See ya. Okay, so the Gem score for the Mercedes-Benz A220. As far as sound, I gave it a 5. It sounded okay, but not much of anything in normal driving. Styling, I gave it a 5 only because the outside styling is just pretty plain Jane. Like an A35 would be a lot nicer with the wheels and different side skirts and everything. Performance, I gave it a 6. Definitely not slow, but nothing too crazy. Price, I gave it an 8. This is a lot of stuff packed into a nice little package. Comfort, I also gave it an 8. Seats are very nice space on the inside. Now, interior, I gave it a 9. Next level technology all the way through. Materials were amazing. Didn't give it a 10 just because it's a little bit different, but one of the nicest interiors I've ever been in. Fun factor, I gave it a 7. It was pretty fun to drive for a little small car, for a total Gem score of 48 out of 70 points. Now this compares very well to the BMW 330 and the Kia Stinger that I just drove. The Kia Stinger got a 47 out of 70 and the 330i got a 49, so this is right in the middle. I can't believe this is only 1 point less than a new BMW 3 Series. What a car.